What's up, guys? Dynamic Meme here for DynamicVlog. Wow, I haven't done a dynamic vlog in a long time. I feel like I say that every time I make a new video. I haven't done X in a long time. I haven't done dynamic food review in a long time, even though I do those frequently. Maybe not as frequent as I used to, but whenever I do something like dynamic vlog or, God forbid, dynamic news or other videos like that, sometimes it's just haven't done it in a long time. That's because I just haven't done it in a long time. Well, that's not the point here. Point is, I'm driving, going to Rochester. I have my super jank recording setup here. We got our Audio-Technica AT 2020 Plus USB. It's connected to our laptop here. We got a laptop doing the recording, and we got a GoPro Hero 10 for video. And the GoPro is suction cupped to my window. My microphone has like the tripod in my fan there. The laptop's just running off battery. I don't have it plugged in or nothing. So yeah, we're traveling for work. We're going to Rochester to get some footage, some camera footage. Don't want to really divulge too much other than that, because I don't even know why the footage is needed. But I'm gonna go get it, and I'm gonna give it to the person who requested it. Kind of seems like it's not the best use of my time to be getting camera footage off of a DVR when there's other issues that are, still issues. It's very counterintuitive, I think, to have me get camera footage, but no one knows how to do it. It's really, even though it's simple, right? Like, it's simple, with our work, it's with my work, the whole push that we're doing right now is educating more of the staff on the basic stuff, so that I'm not running around restarting computers and getting DVR footage. But DVR footage isn't really something we've touched on, so who am I to say? Who am I to complain, really? Teach a man to fish. They'll eat for life, as they say. There's definitely truth to that. Gotta show them how to do it. But a lot of them don't want to learn. A lot of people don't want to learn how to do something. A lot of people just want to do their job, right, as they've done it for years. Because why should they learn something new when there's not much benefit to them? Like, when they could just call me and say, Andrew, can you come out and do this? That's the reality we're looking at here. I should change the title. This should be Dynamic Vlog. It should be Andrew Complains About Crap. what do I do in these videos? I complain about stuff. That's pretty much what I do. I'm not saying that's good. Just saying that's the reality of it. But yeah, I mean, since I've done the last dynamic vlog, a lot of stuff has happened. You know, this is a different vehicle I'm driving. I'm working a different job. I'm living in a different place. I don't think I've done a dynamic vlog since I moved. I moved like 8 months ago. Yeah, I moved 8 months ago. Man, time flies. So I moved the day after Massive Land Summer 2023. That is when I moved, because I brought all the stuff I brought to land, I brought it to my new apartment. And that worked great. It was great. Then my job, yeah, I mean, I was working for Tri-State. They no longer service the McDonald's. So those McDonald's restaurants, they ended up hiring me directly instead of going through Tri-State. That wasn't really my plan, but that's just how it worked out, I guess. I was hoping to stay with Tri-State, as you know, they expanded out here in Buffalo, and then, you know, they would get their foot in the door at other venues, not just McDonald's, and then I would be able to service more than just McDonald's, but it just didn't work out, I guess. Not out here. That's alright though. It's a job I have now, you know, it pays me well. They treat me well. They have a lot of respect for me. There's not much more you can ask for other than more money, right? Or just you know, there's always stuff to complain about when it comes to work. Doesn't matter where you work, there's always something to complain about. If you disagree, Jesus. Sorry guys, that guy looked like he was gonna drive into me. I wonder if that was caught on camera at all. Jesus. Way to scare the crap out of me, dude. Way to scare the crap out of me. Seriously. God, what a dunce. Yeah, if you disagree with me, I mean, good for you. If you work somewhere and you don't have any complaints, I mean, that's just crazy. Crazy to think about. You know, not much has changed other than I go out a bit more. Usually spend the weekends going and doing stuff. Friday, my friend Josh and I will usually go to a bar or a restaurant or something. Just hang out. I usually have some other thing going on any given weekend, whether it be like something Massive Land related or family or work. So I'm not really bored, which is good. It's good to not be bored. It's good to have stuff to do, right? And sometimes it could be a little bit too much. Sometimes you want to just, you know, stay at home for a weekend and just not do anything. Code Red. It's classic stuff, you know. The first, well, it's not the first addition to the Mountain Dew lineup, but it's one of the first. There was Mountain Dew Red. I think that was the first one. Yep, that's Code Red. It's a cherry Mountain Dew. That's for sure. Well, I'm going to keep recording until this laptop dies. So, sorry if the video abruptly ends. This laptop can't handle it. Y'all can't handle this. Yeah. I don't think streaming's working anyway, so I turned that off. Which also means I can unplug my phone. Maybe we can get a couple more minutes out of this laptop here. Yeah. Yeah, man, I mean, this YouTube thing, I used to be a lot more involved. I used to be a lot more involved with making videos and coming up with ideas for videos, and I think it was last year, maybe it was the year before, I really wanted to make a dynamic meme movie. And you know what? It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen because I don't have, you know, I used to really like making YouTube videos. I don't feel that way anymore. Sometimes I get the itch to do it, like I'm doing right now, but it's not something I do all the time. You guys remember like all the weird little like things I would do? I'd do food review where I would interview someone, you know, while we reviewed food, and I guess that kind of evolved into Hot Nugs, which was it's kind of like a parody of Hot Ones, but instead of chicken wings, it was McDonald's chicken nuggets. How fitting for me, right? Yeah. Dynamic News is a fan favorite. I think if you ask any of my buddies like what their favorite dynamic meme videos were, it's probably Dynamic News. I used to get pretty clever and creative. It was kind of like stand-up in a way. I would come up with material, and it was kind of like relating to the news I was talking about. Some of it was impromptu, like some of those great clips were just like me with the shitty Logitech C920 webcam mic, just like saying absurd stuff. I can't recapture that magic. It's just not gonna happen. It's fun to look back and think about it, though. Those were good. Those were funny. Sometimes I watch them and I'm like, man, I was so funny back then. I think my favorite one is where the black hole joke. some of you know what I'm talking about. Right, why is this guy creeping up on me? Come on. Yeah, there you go. Could have just done that earlier, dude. Well, there's the thing about driving, right? It's like, why does everyone have to drive like an asshole? If I'm going 5 above the speed limit and I'm in the right lane, you have no reason to fucking be creeping up on me, riding my ass. There's no reason for it. If I was in the left lane and I was actually holding up traffic, that's a different story. But if I'm in the right lane and I'm going over the speed limit, then just leave me alone. Or on those country roads where, you know, it's 55 out there, you know, I don't really go over 60. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't go over 60, and then some freaking dude with a red Ram truck, Dodge Ram, pickup truck, you know, they just start riding my coattails. They're right behind me. It's like, dude, it's 55 and I'm going 60. Like, what, do you want me to get pulled over? Seriously, man. Just drive like you're driving a thing that can run over people. This thing is a death machine. All of these vehicles, if you hit something or someone, it's gonna cause some damage. Do people like not realize that? People don't realize that this thing can kill people. That's why you gotta be careful. Take some caution. I say as I hit someone. Well, I didn't hit a person. I hit another car. It was very minute. But it's Gajakwita Expressway. Ramp onto it by Elmwood. You know, lady looked like she was gonna go. She didn't go. I accelerated. She didn't move. I hit her. It was my fault. I should have seen movement from her before I drove. And that's a lesson learned, right? Can't just assume that everyone's on the same page as me. You know, and I hit the brakes pretty quick. Scratched up her rear a bit. 2 little scratches. But, you know, that's an example of me being reckless. I was being reckless, and I was wrong. I was wrong for that. I should be more careful. But then when people drive more aggressively than I do, it boggles my mind. It's like, do you have no consideration for other people? Or yourself? You could really hurt yourself if you crash your car. It's absurd, man. It's absurd. Yeah. I do a lot of driving. I drive like I probably drive 30 hours a week. I drove 6-7 hours yesterday. That's a lot of driving. Battery's running low. You might want to plug in your PC. Well, I don't have an outlet here, so what do you want from me? Yeah. There's a... What was I talking about? Driving? Yeah. So it's probably not 30 hours. It's probably closer to 20. But yeah, I drive a lot. Maybe that's why I have more... Maybe that's why I feel the way I do. Drive on the weekends, you know, get to places, drive for work. Some of my sites are over 2 hours away. And that's a long way, you know. 2 hours, you know, 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. That's 5 hours. And if I have other sites to go to, that's even more driving. That's how it was yesterday. I drove to Cottersport, Wellsville, Bradford, and Olean, and then back home. It's a lot of driving. Just to Cottersport's 100 miles, I think. Yep. Got to take exit 47 to Leroy / Rochester. Yep. I really like the wide view of the lens on this. They have like the GoPro Max, which has even more. I think it does 360 video. I'm not sure. It must have two. If it does 360 video, it must have two cameras, one on each side, unless I'm mistaken. Which I could be. I could be mistaken. It's crazy how like a device like this that's like $300 produces such great video. It really does. I know there's going to be people like, well, it is not compared to a DSLR camera. It's good enough, damn it. For a little hobby crap. Probably even for like, I don't know what they use for like. I'm not a filmmaker, right? I don't know what they use for capturing like car footage, or like, you know, capturing the wheel spinning or whatnot. I feel like GoPro would be pretty good for that. You know? Yeah, sometimes people just go so slow though. It's like, holy crap. There's a balance, right? There's a balance to it. Can't be too slow. Can't be too fast.